Welcome to Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you and welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time here or you return viewer or subscriber. I hope that this message resonates and helps you in some way. If you find that it doesn't, just keep in mind that this is a general reading and they do not resonate for everyone. And you may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, or even your Venus sign, because sometimes those are more prominent in your chart. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hey there, Capricorn. Happy birthday to all my December Capricorns. And welcome to your love reading with Divine Love Tarot. Let's go ahead and get into this love reading. Which reading am I doing? I did 2 love readings for the month. I'm doing 2 love readings for the month. So by the time you see this, you'll notice there's a quickie love reading. And then there's the regular in-depth love reading. Okay? This is the in-depth one, I believe. So, just a little bit more shuffle. All right, the first card I pull is going to represent the current energy, okay? And we've got the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. All right. What's crossing that energy? We've got the King of Pentacles, okay? What are you coming out of? Past energy, we've got the 8 of Cups in the reverse. All right, future energy you're moving into is the 4 of Cups in the reverse. All right, what you want, Capricorn, is the King of Wands. All right, what your internal factors is the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Your advice for this reading is the 5 of Cups in the reverse. External factors for this reading, we've got the 9 of Cups. All right. Hopes or fears, we've got the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. And outcome of the reading, we've got the Knight of Cups. All right. My music is acting up. I don't know what's going on. What is the deal, music? Probably plain interference. All right, guys, so getting into the reading, the first card, we've got the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Represents frustrated, represents not wanting to put effort into something that you feel like is a waste of time, okay? You realize that you've been doing too much and not seeing enough in return. For those of you who are in a relationship, you feel like you're not going to put the effort into the situation until you see that the other person, gives you that similar effort, or perhaps you're just done. You're like, listen, I'm not putting any more into this because I am not wasting my time. Okay, if you're not in a relationship, I feel like you're frustrated. I feel like you've been trying, you've been trying and things just have not been working out the way that you would like them to. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify this current energy. And we get the 2 of Wands. So there's some sort of decision that needs to be made here. And it's time, I think it's a decision that's going to warrant some type of action. Okay, with the 2 of Wands here, it's about assessing things and then really taking that next step in the direction that's going to bring you what it is that you want, okay? Crossing this energy, we've got the King of Pentacles. Okay, so, to me, I feel like your challenge is to get to the King of Pentacles, okay? For those of you, the King of Pentacles could represent a particular person. The King of Pentacles is usually someone who is married, but he's very dependable, faithful, committed. Okay, so you're trying to get to someone who represents these things to you. For some of you, you may be trying to get with someone who is married. The King of Pentacles may be challenging your previous stance. Like if you said, I'm down on love, I'm frustrated, and then here comes this King of Pentacles offering you everything that you think you've ever wanted, and you're just like, now you have to make the decision. Can you trust this? Are you going to make a move on this? Okay, let's go ahead and clarify that King of Pentacles. And we've got the 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles in reverse is showing up in every reading. So it's about working together in cooperation or the lack thereof. Okay, So with the Three of Pentacles here, it's like you guys are not, you know, possibly not on the same page, especially if this person is wanting commitment and you're like not ready to put effort into a situation. Okay, so definitely that would be considered being on different pages, not being on the same page. So Capricorn, you know, you may be burnt out by life or by past situations, past relationships, or even because of the current relationship that you're in. But if you have the opportunity for the stability and the security that you've been craving, it's like you don't want to just, you know, toss that. You don't want to be difficult and not cooperate with somebody who's really trying to build with you. Now, coming out of energy, you're coming out of is the Eight of Cups in reverse. So this may be a situation that you have returned to. Okay, this may be an off again, on again situation for some of you, but it's definitely something that you've already given a second consideration to. Eight of Cups can also indicate just a time where you were a little bit more satisfied with your relationship situation than you are now. All right, clarify that. We've got the Chariot. So for some of you, that could be a Cancer. If not, though, Capricorn, in your past with someone who was very emotional, someone that was kind of sensitive, someone that you have to be very careful with, that could indicate the state of your relationship, you know. So maybe you return to a situation that still just was quite a bit sensitive. You know, things were a bit raw. You put in the work. You tried to be, you know, as careful as you were with this person. No matter what you did, though, you still ultimately feel like you were wasting your time and you're frustrated at this point. Moving forward, the energy is the Four of Cups in the reverse. So this can indicate that maybe now whoever was taking things for granted before has wisened up and realized where they were making that kind of mistake, and maybe they, you know, going forward, if you're taking the situation for granted, then you will now see what you have. It's about not focusing on what you don't want, focusing on what you do have. Or, you know, maybe it's someone who's not going to take you for granted anymore. Clarify that, we get the Hierophant in reverse. So for some of you, that may be a Taurus. But once again, with the Hierophant in reverse, it could indicate someone who is married. If that is not the case, then the Hierophant in reverse is someone who is a bit unconventional in their approach to things. And maybe that's what you were looking for. Okay, maybe you were looking for something that wasn't quite as traditional, because that, to me, that's almost like the King of Pentacles upside down. Okay, sorry for the interruption. So back to this Hierophant in reverse. For some of you, somebody's, like I said, dealing with someone who's married or someone who may be a bit unconventional in their views on relationships. That view may clash with yours, or you guys may actually be on the same page. Also, with the combination of the Four of Cups and the Hierophant reverse, I feel like someone's going to end a relationship because they no longer want to be taken for granted, I should say. All right, moving on to what you want, Capricorn. We've got the King of Wands. So some of you want someone, possibly a Scorpio or Sagittarius or another fire sign, okay? The King of Wands, again, as a king, he may be someone who is married. So I feel a recurring theme that someone here is either dealing with someone who's married, or someone is married and dealing with someone who perhaps might be taking them for granted, or you're taking this person for granted. But also with the King of Wands, you want a very passionate situation. You want someone who's passionate. You want someone who's got the energy, who's spontaneous, who's outgoing. All right, let's go ahead and clarify this King of Wands. And guess what we get, guys? The King of Wands. So, I mean, double whammy. Bam. Whoever this is, you want them bad. Or whatever it is. If it's the passion that you feel like is missing in the situation, it's like you want it very badly. Okay? And you're already dealing with impatience here with the Seven of Pentacles. So either you're impatient or someone is impatient with you. You may be dealing with someone who's a king energy, you know, with this King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, and they're impatient with you, Capricorn. They're waiting for you. Maybe they feel like you're taking this for granted, that you think that, you know, they're going to be here forever, for you to, you know, get it together, for you to make your decision about what you want to do. And that could be the situation. But you do want this person. So if you want them and they want you, then it just seems like there's some miscommunication and some lack of effort that you guys have to address. Okay. Moving on to what's driving you, your internal factors. We've got the Eight of Wands. It's in the reverse. Oh, picked it up upside down. It's in the reverse. So you are feeling a lack of momentum in this situation. You're feeling a lack of motivation. For some of you, you may feel like this is something that you guys rushed into. And now that the dust is clearing, you are seeing and realizing some things that maybe you don't like. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify that. But we have the Ace of Cups. So I guess despite the fact that maybe the passion is lacking or the momentum, despite the fact that things are stagnant or that you're not sure which direction you want to take this, you do love this person, or there is love here. Or at the very least, what's motivating you is to be in a relationship that's loving without all the drama, it seems like. With the Eight of Wands in the upright, sometimes those are whirlwind type of relationships. They're hot and heavy in the beginning and everything seems great and you're just so in love. And then as time goes by, that energy kind of wear off. And sometimes you're left with nothing. You're left with just somebody that you're physically attracted to, but there's no substance. But here it seems like there is substance. There is love. So for some of you, there's definitely, love coming from you. Whether or not this person is putting in the effort. I mean, I don't think they would be the King of Pentacles or the King of Wands if they weren't putting the effort in. Maybe it's just not enough, and I mean, it is what it is. When there's miscommunication of any type, that can affect the effort that someone puts into a relationship. Okay, moving on to the advice card for the reading, and you've got the Five of Cups in the reverse. So I feel like this card is saying to you not to focus on what was lost. Okay, don't focus on the disappointments. Don't focus on the things that hurt, the things that happened in the past. Focus on the positive aspects that you have in this particular situation. If you're single, you need to focus on the future, focus on what makes you happy, get that sense that better things are coming, the best is yet to come. So that's the kind of energy that you want to move towards and move out of being disappointed and, fearful or doubtful or commiserating the past, okay? External factors. We've got the Nine of Cups, so somebody is very satisfied with you. So this, for those of you who are in a relationship or dealing with someone, it seems like this person is very satisfied emotionally with you, okay? You satisfy them. For Capricorn, it just seems like you are the one that's frustrated then. You may be frustrated, like I said again, with the effort that this person's putting in. And now for those of you who may be dealing with someone who's already married or committed to another situation, then clearly they're not going to be able to give you the kind of effort that you may want because they are already committed to another situation. Okay, we've got these kings here, we've got the Hierophant. So it could possibly be that someone, this is going to resonate with someone, not for everyone. I understand that. But whatever the situation is, this person seems to be very satisfied with you. So maybe that's why their effort is lacking because they're getting everything that they need from you. And you're now burnt out and frustrated because you kept on giving and giving and giving, even despite the fact that they weren't giving back. Now, isn't this a trip? To clarify that, we get the Nine of Cups in the reverse, which just leads me to believe that this person may have an excessive personality. This outside influence, it may be a situation where they're unrealistic. Okay, they maybe expect too much or they demand too much of you considering the lack of effort that they put into the situation. All right, so it's like they're expecting you to fulfill them and make them feel satisfied, but they don't necessarily put emphasis on returning that energy to you. All right, your hopes or your fears is that you're going to continue to have a hard time either dealing with this person, dealing with the situation, or making a decision about the situation with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Clarify that we got the Wheel of Fortune. So I think you're afraid of the changes that may come. You may be afraid of unknown changes. You may be afraid of taking a risk on this situation with this person. Especially if a situation where, maybe someone is in a situation that they're ending and they're telling you to have patience with them until they end the situation. You know, maybe this King of Pentacles is going through a divorce. Okay, and they want you to be patient, and you have to decide if you have it in you to be patient, because maybe you feel like they're taking your effort for granted. Okay, when really there's just some unrealistic expectations here, because if someone's already in another situation, you can't expect that they're going to be there. And I know some of you are probably like, I am not in a third party situation. That has nothing to do with me. Thank God for you. You know, I get it, understand, but you have to understand that there are other people who watch this video that are absolutely going through this type of situation. So maybe this is just resonating higher to them. You know what I'm saying? More for them than it is to you. Maybe only parts of this reading is going to resonate with you, and that's okay. Okay, so for some of you, you're afraid of the changes that's going to come with whatever decision that you're making. That's why you haven't made it yet. Moving on to the outcome, we've got the Knight of Cups. So there is going to be some type of romance at the outcome of this. There may even be an offer made to you by this person. Clarify that we've got the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man, once again, it represents a crossroads. It also represents a Pisces, but it also can represent someone who is very romantic. The Hangman can be the type of person to have high expectations. Okay, definitely. So you're dealing with someone who may even have some, you know, maybe they have a lot of waters in their chart, but somebody's definitely going to come at you with an offer of romance. Okay, and once again, this decision here, there's decision time for you, Capricorn. Are you going to accept this offer, or do you really believe that this person is going to actually give you, will you find satisfaction with this person? We know that they're satisfied with you and that they have expectations that you're supposed to fulfill for them, but will they be able to do that? Is that what is included in this offer? And from there is where you're going to have to make your decision. All right, Capricorn, so that has been your December reading. Again, I hope you guys enjoy December. Enjoy your birthdays at the end of the month. Happy holidays to all that celebrate. If you would like a more personalized reading, you can contact me at divinelovetarot@gmail.com. All my information is in the description bar. And I will see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Capricorn.